Welcome to the Drayway. I'm your host, Drayton. I have an unbelievable show for you today. So don't go anywhere. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I got a big show for you, so let's get started. Let's go! Hey, welcome to the Drayway. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Man, I'll tell you what I want to talk about today is what kind of America do we live in now? What is this? We have somebody that was sent to El Salvador, wrongly so, and the administration says, we don't care what the Supreme Court says. We're not bringing them back. We're just going to ignore the Supreme Court. That's the America that we live in now. What are we talking about? You know, I'm a kid from the 60s and 70s. You know, baseball, apple pie, Chevrolet, the moon launches, and America. That's not this country anymore. This is not I can't even identify this America. I can't identify this America because the America I know doesn't just ignore the Supreme Court. Or the America I know doesn't try to tell Harvard University what to teach, how to teach, when to teach. It doesn't do that. The government doesn't do that. It doesn't stick its nose in private university business. But now all of a sudden it does. So that is why I have openly said it. And I'm openly saying it because I don't care. This is the last Republican president I will live in this country under. Because America right now, America sucks. And it's only been 3 months. And I don't even know if it's been exactly 3 months yet. I think it's under 3 months. But a Republican administration sucks. It just takes America and brings it down. That there is a lot of preferred countries to live in. You know, America, you sit there and you go, wow, you know, I live in America. I'm so lucky. It's so... No, not with a Republican president. I don't feel lucky at all. And I know some of you are saying, well, then leave. I would love to. Believe me, I would love to. But I have a father that's dying and a mother that's 84 years old tomorrow. So yeah, I can't go anywhere yet. But my father's in hospice and my mother's 84. So yeah, that my situation will change, unfortunately, sooner rather than later. And when my parents leave, there is nothing keeping me here. So believe me when I tell you, after Trump, if we ever put a Republican in the White House again, I'm out of here. I'm almost 62 years old. I'm not going to go through another Republican president. They're horrible. This is terrible. The feeling of just living here is awful because so many people are so scared. You know, especially anyone that has any color to them. People of color are scared, and they should be. You know, the only thing that protects me, I guess, is I'm a tall white guy. I guess this administration isn't going after tall white guys, at least not yet. But who knows? That's the thing. Pretty soon you start to forget where the line is. Because you sit back and go, oh, they're messing with them, so I'm good. That's okay. They're messing with them. No. That's not the America that I want to live in, because the America that I want to live in, the America that I'm proud of, needs to be the America that understands the best America is when everyone contributes and everyone gets the praise for their contribution. Because make no mistake about it, everyone has pitched in to make America America. But now we have a fascist regime that just wants to make white right. And white has never been right. Never. The best thing about America is the inclusion of everyone. That's what makes America great. America isn't great because of how white it is. Let's make that perfectly clear. And that's why I'm just really today, I'm just confused. I'm confused because we have an administration that doesn't want to listen to the courts. And when you stop listening to the courts, that's chaos, folks. There's no other way around it. There's no other way to explain it. There's no other way. Because we used to have, it doesn't matter if you're on the right or the left. It doesn't matter. We all used to agree that there is right and wrong. And judges determined the law and what was right and what was wrong. And we both went, yeah, okay, he's the ref. But not anymore. No. Now we have an administration that just, we're not going to do that. And why anybody would support that, right or left. If it was Obama in office and Obama was doing something that was against the Supreme Court, I would be like, no, we're not going down this. It doesn't matter who the president is. We should all, as Americans, agree we follow the law. The Supreme Court tells us what's lawful and what isn't. End of story. End of story. But no, we're not there. This administration says, no, we're going to do what we want. And the problem is this. Anyone supporting Donald Trump can do whatever they want. And there's no repercussions for it whatsoever. They can literally do whatever they want with Donald's permission. Because no matter what they do, Donald can pardon them. Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter how unlawful. Doesn't matter. If it's what Donald Trump wants, Donald Trump's just going to pardon you later. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? So this is the America we want to have, huh? This is the America. Because now we have a legislative branch that's toast. That is absolutely toast. The legislative branch means absolutely nothing. And they've made it that way because they've just handed over their power to Donald Trump. And now that Donald Trump has that power too, the judicial branch, who cares? Doesn't care. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And that's what Donald Trump is sitting there saying. Supreme Court, you said what? Who cares? I'm the executive branch. I don't give. If I want to, I'll shut the judicial doors and lock it down. I'll put the military around it and lock it all down. How do you like me now? That's where we're at. And that's why I just sit here and I go, this is America? This is the USA, huh? This is what you signed up for, huh? This is what you're proud of, huh? Wow. Let me know what you think in the comments. What kind of country do we have now? I'm puzzled. I can't wait to see your answers. Let me know in the comments. Don't go anywhere. More Drayway to come. Every time I think I know what to say, I become speechless, especially when I saw Trump and the administration go after Harvard University. You're attacking Harvard, and you're wanting Harvard to teach what you want to teach. You're the government. The government you say is so bad, so terrible. Republicans over and over again tell you how terrible government is. And government needs to stay out of the states' rights, and everybody has rights, and these rights and that rights. Republicans believe in state rights as long as you're doing what they want. If you're not doing what they want, then they don't believe in state rights at all. But now they're coming after Harvard University of all places, saying you will not teach this, you will not offer that, you will not do this. And Harvard's like, no thanks. We will do what we want to do. Leave us alone. Yeah. And now they're threatening Harvard University. And I go back to what I talked about in the last segment. Folks, what kind of country do we live in? This is the United States of America? This is what you grew up on? Because this isn't what I grew up on, you know? And it's scary. It's flat scary, because where does it end? Where does this end? The government wants to tell corporations what to do, and we've already had a number of corporations bend the knee. Okay, Mr. Trump, whatever you want, Mr. Trump. So we already have companies bending the knee. What's next to universities? The legislature's already bent the knee. We've already had that discussion. The House and Senate, they've already bent the knee. They fear Trump, so they just let him do whatever he wants. So the mighty Constitution has ended up not being so mighty. That whole Constitution thing, yeah, the thing that our forefathers put together that we always held up as this great document, it's not such a great document at all. Not when one dumb man, and Donald Trump is dumb. I mean, he is dumb. He's old, fat, and dumb. And it only took one old, fat, and dumb man to make the whole Constitution a joke. Because that's what he's doing. You can't sit there and claim to be, we're the mighty, powerful United States. We have the Constitution. We have blah, blah. Who? Trump is taking a dump. Trump is literally taking a dump on the Constitution. Let me say it again. Trump is taking a dump on the Constitution. And all those forefathers that, we'll have checks and balances. What checks and balances? There's no checks and balances. Donald Trump is doing exactly what he wants. The legislature will do nothing. The House will do nothing. The Senate will do nothing. The Supreme Court will do nothing. They voted 9-0. And Trump went, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Good for you. I'm only letting the Supreme Court stay open because I'm allowing it. You know, otherwise I could just shut the whole thing down. So I really don't care what you say. That's exactly what's going on right now. Because they told them 9-0, bring that guy back from El Salvador. The Trump administration went, yeah, no, that's not happening. We're not doing that. I don't care what you say. So there you go, folks. There it is in a nutshell. The great Constitution that our forefathers and that we've been championing around the world. We have a Constitution. You got squat. You got squat because one fat old guy got rid of it like that. All he had to do was sprinkle in racism and you know, middle America ate it up. White people just ate it up. Give me some more of that shit. And that's what's going on, folks, whether you like it or not. That's what's happening. Our Constitution is being dumped on by an old fat guy, and we're doing nothing about it. But let me know what you think in the comments. Am I just off center or am I spot on? You let me know in the comments. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. Our sponsor for our show today is ULU RX. Mel over at ULU RX provides fantastic care so you can not only look your best, but you can feel your best. If you're not taking NMN, you should be taking NMN. And if you're not using the copper peptide, let me tell you something right now. I use the copper peptide on my face twice a day, every day. And look, I'm 62 years old. And yeah, let me tell you something. I've had skin cancer in my face 3 times, over 150 stitches in my face. And it's looking pretty good thanks to Mel over at ULU RX. There is, if you want to go to the link, there should be a link at the end of this video. ULU RX, ULURX.com. I'm on the NMN. I take the NMN in the morning and in the evening, and the copper peptide I put on my face in the morning and before I go to bed. If you want more information, please go to ULU RX, ULURX.com. If you need more help, call Mel and say, hey Mel, Drayton sent me. Drayton said you could hook me up and make me feel better and look better. And that's exactly what they do over there. And they're just great people to work with. And I want you to give them a try. They have been sponsoring this show since the very beginning, and I can't thank them enough. That's it for today, folks. That's it. Don't forget to leave comments. I want to know what you think about today's show. I know today's show was kind of heavy, but I'm sincere in asking you. I want you to know I'm very sincere in asking the question, what kind of country do you think we have now? Where do you think we go from here? I want to know in the comments. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button. There's a new Drayway each and every day. So I hope you'll be back again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.